Path of Civilization is a 1 to 5 player game for ages 14 and up with an average gameplay length of 20 minutes per player, published by Captain Games. The basic overview of Path of Civilization has players managing a nation over the course of 9 rounds with several phases in each round. The start of each round, players will use only 4 of the technology cards in hand and remove 1 from play. With the 4 technologies in play, you will receive bonuses such as cubes to gain builders, ambassadors, philosophers, sages, and units, and/or research points to help you discover and use new technologies. After collecting bonuses, you may purchase only 1 new technology and gain the bonuses marked around the tech you purchased. And finally, end the round by completing the events, which will likely be a yellow challenge card or red battle card, and then begin the next round going through the same process until the end of the 9th round. Calculate the score, and the player with the most points is crowned the leader of the most glorious civilization of humanity. But more importantly, they win. To set up the game, let's start with the main area. In the middle of the table, place the technology library. Starting from the left, place the green culture column, the orange scientific column, blue spiritual column, red military column, and finally the brown industrial column. In each column should be the matching cards that start with level 1 cost technology cards at the bottom with a single reward. The next row should have the level 2 technologies that cost 4 with 3 rewards. Then level 3 technologies that cost 7 with 5 rewards. And finally at the top, the level 4 technologies that cost 10 with 7 rewards. Just below the technology library, it is recommended to place the philosophy board. On the board, you will mix up the benefit tokens face down, and then place 1 on each location, still face down. Also, place the blue philosophy tray near this board. On either side of the technology library, place the gray wonder tray on one side and the purple leader tray on the other side. Be sure to leave room to display wonders and leaders that will come out in play throughout the game. Above the technology library, place the military board. Leave some space for trays and cards, and then place the 10 blocks, numbered 1 through 9B, spaced out a bit. Then look through the gray cards and use the card with the number equal to the number of players and place that card on round 1. Then place any other gray card with its opposite side shown on round 2. Next, separate the challenge and battle cards by number and place a random battle card on each red block with the matching round number. Then return the rest of the box. Now for the yellow challenge cards. There are 4 different types of challenge cards: green, cultural, orange, scientific, brown, industrial, and blue, spiritual. Place a random challenge card with the number that matches each yellow stand. If the card drawn matches one of the other challenge cards, discard 1 of the matching cards and replace it with a new card until all 4 challenge cards are different types. Next, separate the wonder cards and the leader cards by level. Shuffle each separately, then refer to the round 1 gray card to find out how many of each will be placed face down in front of each round. In this 3-player example, we will place 2 level 1 wonders in front of round 1, 2 level 1 wonders and 2 level 1 leaders in front of round 2, 2 level 1 leaders in front of round 3, and so on. Then place the yellow scribe tray in front of round 3 and the red military tray in front of round 4. Now check the strength on the 4th round battle card and place the military external power meeple on the matching number. And finally, keep the victory points nearby, and that will conclude the main setup. Now for the player setup. Each player will receive a player board. Depending upon the number of players, only certain boards will be used. Take the boards with numbers 1 through the number of players and randomly hand 1 to each player. Leave unused boards in the box. They will also receive 1 research board to place next to your civilization board, 5 basic gray technology cards, fire, tools, rituals, hunting, and tribe. And finally, they will receive 38 color pieces that matches their civilization board. It will be 30 cubes, 5 research cylinders, and 3 meeples. Now to set up the board. Place 5 research cylinders, 1 in each slot at the bottom of the research board. Keep cubes and cards nearby, and place a single meeple on the farthest left on the population track, which is located here and symbolized by the green diamond. Place a second meeple on the philosophy track on the farthest left location, with the other players doing the same. And your final meeple will go on the military track on the spot marked with 0 and a large explosion effect, along with the other players. Finally, each player has a bonus based on their civilization board in the top left corner. For example, this player will place a cube in the blue philosophy tray. Cube or square-shaped icons will refer to your cubes. This player will move their meeple on the military track up 1, since this explosion symbol indicates a permanent increase of military might. This player will increase their population by 1 and place a cube in the red military tray. When this player increases their population, they also gain the reward in the space, which is to place a cube in the purple leaders tray. Just to recap, square symbols refer to cubes, diamonds refer to population, explosions refer to military, and circles refer to research. Now to start the game. We will place the fire round marker in front of the first round, and place the cards, if any, in front of that round card into play. In this case, the 2 level 1 wonders, and we will place them near the gray wonder tray. Now play will begin. All players take their turn simultaneously. Each round has a setup phase and 6 simple phases or steps that each player will follow and complete together in order. The phases are project phase, deployment phase, evolution and purchase phase, research phase, technology phase, and finally the end of round event phase. These are all listed at the bottom of each player board and will help you keep track as you move through the rounds. Starting with the project phase, each player will take their hand of technology cards and play 4 cards, 1 on each of these 4 locations face up, and discard all others from play by sliding it partially under your player board face down. Each technology card is separated by type listed here and by color, and each level of technology has a cost. On either side, you may have a B section that will generally reward you with cubes that can lead to bonuses or use to purchase leaders or wonders. If you wish to collect these rewards, you will want to play them on the left 2 spaces. On the D side, you generally gain research, which can be used to purchase new technology cards that offer more rewards. Some technology cards reward you with endgame points, as well as points during yellow event rounds. But be aware, your population dictates the number of icons you can activate. For example, if you have a population of 5, but you play 2 cards with a total of 6 icons on one side, you can only activate 5 of them. Back to the player. Once all players have placed their 4 cards and placed their remaining cards under their player board, you will move on to the next phase. The deployment phase, which has you collect the rewards for every section marked with the letter B. It will usually be just these 2 cards, but you may have a leader who also has a reward here. Place cubes in the color tray that matches your reward, and the starting basic technology has no B rewards. Once all players have placed their cubes, move on to the next phase. The next phase is the evolution and purchase phase. Start by checking the blue philosophy tray. If any player has the number of cubes equal to or surpassing the number of cube icons on the philosophy track, they must remove that number of cubes and advance to the next level. That player will then flip over the 2 benefit tokens below the new level and select one to gain immediately, and then flip the other one back to face down. Now all future players will only gain that chosen benefit. If at least 2 players advance at the same time, both benefits become available for that level for the rest of the game. But only 1 benefit tokens can be given the multiplier bonus listed here. Then move on to purchase a wonder. If a player has a number of cubes in the gray wonder tray equal to the number listed on the top left of the wonder, they can place their cubes on the card with the intent to buy. If multiple players place their cubes on the same wonder, both players will refer to the top of their civilization board. And starting from the left, moving right, whoever has the icon matching the wonder appear first has priority and can purchase the wonder. The other player can either choose another wonder to buy or return their cubes to the tray to purchase a wonder in a different round. The player who purchases the wonder will collect the cubes and return them to their supply, and place the wonder above their player board. If the wonder has a lightning bolt here, the player will obtain those benefits immediately and only once. Some higher level wonders have end of game bonuses or just points that will be rewarded at the end of the game. Next, players will move on to purchasing a leader. This will play out the same way it does for the wonders. Players with enough cubes in the purple leader tray will place their cubes on the leader they wish to purchase. Resolve any disputes, collect the leader, and place them here in the center of your player board. Some leaders offer immediate bonuses that only pay out once. Some have a section like this, which will let you collect during Phase B if on the left and Phase D if they are on the right. And then other benefits only when alive are indicated by this heart and or when they are in the graveyard marked by the tombstone. You can only have 1 leader in play at a time. Any leader you replace must be moved to below your player board in the graveyard. Once all players have completed these actions, move on to the next phase. The research phase acts much like the previous deployment phase, but instead of the left B side, you will be looking at the right D side. These cards will have circular research icons. You will move the matching peg up the number of matching icons you are collecting. And remember, you can never use more icons than your population. After all players have increased their research, move on to the next phase. The technology purchasing phase has players purchasing a single technology card. They will use their research points to purchase a card. They must purchase a single technology card that they can afford. Once they find a card, they will collect the card and move their research peg down the value of the card displayed here. They will place it on their player board and gain the bonuses associated with the card they collected. Each technology branch has a reward type. For example, the green tech cards revolve around population growth, the orange tech revolves around research, the blue tech around philosophy, the red tech around military might, and the brown tech around wonders. Each level has increasing rewards as well as increasing cost. Once all players have paid and collected their single card as well as their bonuses, the phase will end and we will move on to the final phase. The end of round event phase will always have you looking to the current round card. The base of the card tells you the type of event that will occur. The first 2 gray rounds have no event, but starting with the 3rd round on, you will have an event. So we will end the first round and get ready for the second. Start by moving the fire in front of the next round marker. You will collect any cards in front of the round marker and place any wonders or leader cards by their colored trays. Then collect the 4 cards you placed on your board, as well as any purchased or collected technologies you gained that round, and it will almost always be a single card, but in rare cases it may be more. And, if necessary, you will move the external threat meeple to its next location. but that only happens at the end of rounds 4, 6, and 8. Now, start round 2 following along the bottom of your player board. The first phase, or phase A as it is labeled on your player board, you will select 4 technology cards to play and discard any remaining to the side of your player board. Phase B, distribute any cubes to their trays from the sections marked B. Phase C, advance on the philosophy track if able. Then purchase any wonders if able or desired, and purchase any leaders if able and so desire. Then phase D, collect and advance any technology research from the side marked with D. Phase E, purchase a new technology card. And phase F, complete the end of round event. Now the second round will also have no event, so let's skip ahead to the third round. The 2 types of events are the yellow challenge events and the red battle events. Starting with the yellow challenge event cards, the first half of the card, that usually has a gray background, is a reward all players will receive. Below that, usually with the background of the color that matches the technology, will offer a bonus to the players who have cards matching that technology type. For example, this card will have you add together the number of green technology cards, green wonder cards, and green leader cards, plus the number of cubes you have in the yellow challenge tray, remove after counting, and immediately receive that many victory points. Then take the number and divide by 2, and put that many cubes in the yellow tray rounded down. But there's a glossary with all the challenge cards and all other cards if you need clarification. And move the yellow challenge tray in front of the next challenge round. Now the red battle cards are a little easier. Throughout the previous rounds, you may have moved your meeple on the military track by collecting explosions to gain permanent increases and place cubes in the military tray, which will be used as a temporary boost. For every cube you have in the military tray, you gain 2 extra temporary might, or levels, which can be marked with a cube. Once all the players have placed cubes to see their power level, we will distribute rewards based on where everyone falls. Some battle cards reward more players than others, and you will count the red battle meeple when accounting for each rank. In this example, this player will receive first place and receive these rewards since they are furthest ahead. Next, this player and the external power meeple are tied, so the player will still receive the second place rewards, and the tied player would get the same, but since it is the external power, nothing is distributed to it. And the third player will not get a reward since second place was technically given out twice, so third place is skipped. Once all rewards are given out, you will end the round and prep for the next round. Don't forget to move the external power meeple to its new power level based on the next battle card. The number is listed here on top of the next battle card. And move the red military tray in front of the next battle card. Continue playing the same way until you reach the end of the 9th round. This round has both a yellow challenge card and a red battle card. You will complete both, one after the other, and then the game will end. You will then need the score pad. Starting from the top, each player will add together any and all victory points from technology cards currently in use and from those you discarded throughout the game. On the back of the cards, there will be points listed. Next, you will write down the number of points you earned from your final location on the philosophy track. Points are listed above the track here. Then, any points you might have based on the population track listed here. Next, we will add up any and all points on leader cards listed here at the bottom or calculated from their abilities. Next, we will do the same with the wonders listed here at the bottom or calculated from their abilities. Then we will add all the victory points we collected throughout the game. And finally, add together any and all cubes you have left over in the leaders, wonders, and philosophy trays, and divide that number by 2, Add everything together, and the player with the most points is named the leader of the most glorious civilization of humanity. But more importantly, the winner. And that is how you play Path of Civilization. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notified about new videos. If you're bored now, click this for more games.